week 2, day 6. Of course, this weekend we have no event going on, aka Arena. So, perfect time to go open all of our Vault keys from last Vault weekend. We've already been doing pretty good on them. We've gotten 2 major pet orbs and a few other pretty shiny loot drops, so hopefully we'll be able to continue with that. And ideally try to finish it out by the end of this weekend. I'm not in like too big of a rush, but I figured why not. Since this is one of the more downtime periods, since obviously Arena event takes 0 seconds to go complete. No, technically it takes like 1 round if you want to go get the gem keys, but otherwise we're pretty much just leaving it there. So yeah, we're going to be focusing on that, but we do still have to clear out a couple things. Underspire is already completed, however, we still have some torches we can go throw for some dead end rooms, which is exactly what we'll do today and tomorrow, and hopefully get some just random loot. Beyond that, yeah, this is the basic dailies. Luckily, pretty much every single weekly is done. World event done, Underspire technically done, though we're still going to try for dead end rooms. So I'll be able to mostly focus on our Vault key opening, but I do want to kind of just go and clear out everything else real quick. With that being said, let's start with dungeon. See if we can get a top 3 today. That's not quite it. That's extremely not it. And of course we got weekend. No, oh, well, we'll just run with Talk Shaka. But anyways, hello everyone. Hope you guys have been having a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Why is this such a long chat? There we go. Hello, Bill Warhammer. Hello, Mark. Hello, Miss Insane Witch. Hello, Isabel. Hello, everyone else. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope everyone's been enjoying their wonderful weekend. What do we need here? Skull. You can go do that. It's fine. We don't really care about that. What we do care about is, I just realized stun is actually bad. Because if we're stunned, we don't get mana per turn. If we don't get mana per turn, this team is basically just Stellarex doing nothing. Or not Stellarex doing nothing, but you know. The whole point is to get Takshaka to feed directly into our Stellarex very quickly. But can't quite do that if that ends up happening. Oh, so he literally had enough damage to almost insta-kill us. Well, to insta-kill that one, but doesn't actually insta-kill. And he chose not to kill the Stellarex. Good job, AI. You had every opportunity there to kill our Stellarex and let it live. Very nice of him. Yeah, unfortunately, we gotta wait a turn or two. Actually, I should go set Orpheus medals. Though by the time I go set it, I don't even think it's worth the time to go bother doing that. But we probably should, but by the time we do, the battle will already be done. So might as well just clear these 2 without Takshakas. Plus they get cleansed after some amount of time. Plus, hey, Bless Gem actually did something for once there. See, it does value occasionally. Barely. Yeah, honestly, I feel like Bless Gem has been one of the more underwhelming gems, which is kind of weird because Bless as a mechanic is really good. The biggest issue I have is that it's not a yellow gem. I just find that so weird that it doesn't count as a yellow and it just counts as a, you know, like a block, non-colorless, or, you know, colorless gem. Not like a block, but you can't match it with anything. It's a really weird choice for it because Curse is a matchable gem. You match it off of brown. But it's kind of weird that they wouldn't make yellow also matchable off of a color, particularly yellow, obviously. It's a bit of a weird choice, I would say. It's the main thing I don't really understand with it. Also, why on earth did I move it that way? That is not what I meant to do. Whoops. Let's see. Well, we'll pass our turn. Hopefully it doesn't kill it in that time. Don't do it. You did it. Don't do it again. Oh, wow, that did, like, no mana. Oh, we'll take that. Try for something from Sky. Didn't get it. He'll do a thing. The sad part is we could actually still lose this fight. Very unlikely, though. Not impossible. Not impossible. Alright, we'll kill that out. Of course. Why would he do anything other than that? Alright, there we go. What a weird fight, but we'll take it. Could have been worse. Alright, there we go. Next, what's on adventure board today? Anything cool? Oh, honestly, I'll take all 3. I'm not even sure if it's our daily, but I'll take all 3. I said, hello, yeah! Hello, Logic Slayer! Welcome, welcome. Hope the weekend's been good. Oh yeah, that reminds me, Isabel. I'm not sure if Tyrion will be around because he's moving and everything. But, we need to go do the Pokemon event thingy. He reminded me of it a couple days ago, and I think it started yesterday or something. Yeah, we need to go do that tonight or later with him if he's around, though I'm pretty sure he's not going to be around. Because I think tomorrow's the final day for it. I have no clue what we need, though, but we'll figure out something. Assuming you haven't already done it already. Otherwise, I'll just do it with randoms. Oh, you haven't done it yet? Okay, yeah. Just remind me on Discord after stream in case I somehow forget, which I probably will. Luckily we have all day tomorrow too. Might as well do it tonight. Yeah, I'm not sure what we need for. I'm not even sure what typing it is, but I could easily just go look it up real quick. I'm pretty sure something we have laying around will be perfectly fine. And I normally don't take the glory one, but I might as well. I'm not even sure if it's our objective today, but if it is, then even better. Oh, so hello, Michael! Welcome, welcome. Oh, I could take in red for so well. Also, this team's a little overkill for these kind of battles. I still can't believe how overpowered Stellaryx is right now. There's no way they don't adjust it. I am curious what they adjust it to, though. Like, are we talking reverted back to 2.1? Are we still talking like a buff, like a 2.5? Because I believe he still has more damage than Dimatina at 2.5 times damage. I need to double check, but I'm pretty sure it is still slightly higher, even in that circumstance. So it wouldn't really fix the whole Stellaryx issue right now. Or more so the Dimatina issue, I should say, I guess. We gotta do PvP, which we're gonna do anyways, and a bunch of skulls, which we weren't quite gonna do, but hopefully some of our teams will actually get some. I might actually have to go out of my way to get skulls today. That's gonna be kind of weird. Because there's not too many modes that we're actively gonna be doing today where we're getting a ton of skulls. So that's a little bit unfortunate. Luckily, destroying skulls does count as matching skulls. It specifically says match, but it doesn't actually mean match. It just means destroy or do anything with skulls. It just counts literally how many skulls you interact with, whether it be through destroy, explode, or anything else. It does not actually have to specifically be matched, even though it does say match. Not sure if that's an oversight or what, but it's definitely more beneficial as every skull you ever interact with in any way counts as a skull being matched. But anyways, let's go take out PvP real quick. And I almost clicked on middle for the billing of time to go try to get to PvP. Oh, we got red. I'm not going to do that. A red Bloodthirsty. How fitting. Oh, today's the day we have to double buff, isn't it? Oh, no. I forgot about that. I don't know. Do we want to farm red Bloodthirsty? We could. I don't care too much about making it higher here, though. So I think I'm just going to do 2 sets and ignore it. Alright, what 2 sets do I need? I want, like, purple magic and whatever the other one was. I'm not there. How do I get to the lists? I want purple because yellow is a little bit more annoying this week. And then, like, one of these in a good area that isn't going to be annoying. Also, one thing that's interesting, I believe when you do these challenges, I don't think the battles that are in them are bloodthirsty. Even though the battles that you do in the other kingdom thing are bloodthirsty, these I don't believe are buffed, because we're in red right now. Which means these should have 50% more stats, but I don't believe they actually have 50% more stats. I don't know, we'll find out when the final fight's really hard. Even then, we just have to cast Stellaryx, like, what, 2 more times? It's pretty much the same fight. Not gonna make that big a difference. Oh no, Terror. It's actually in a location where it could die, too. Not like it's going to, but it could. 10% chance per turn, including the turn. It's actually one of the only effects that take effect immediately when it comes to, like, those insta-kill stuff. It doesn't have the 1-turn delay like Lycanthropy and Deathmark have. So it is possible that on turn of Terror kills. Only 10% chance, but, you know, that's still a 10% chance you insta-get a kill. One of the reasons you should pretty much only cast Terror on last slot. Or assuming it's a single target Terror. This is all multi-Terror. Oh, so they still need to add more ways to do Terror. There's actually a pretty underwhelming number of options that can currently apply Terror in the game. Fine, I'll fight here. Actually, I just realized I technically don't have to do it today. We could do a 5 buff tomorrow. I didn't think about, or not a 5 buff, a 3 buff. Ooh. I don't think it matters. I'm just going to double buff tonight, I think. But yeah, we actually could get away with a 5 buff tomorrow if we really, really wanted to. I kind of forgot about that, because if I end these, we'll get up to 10. Which means tomorrow I could throw a buff, and then throw a buff. Is that even worth it, though? I wish I could do that for Monday. But there's no way to align that to Monday. Unfortunately. Because that'd be way better used on Monday like that. But anyways, let me go get one Valhawk real quick. We'll use the other buff and go from there. Hello, Imperial! Welcome, welcome. Hello, Genki! Welcome, welcome. Alright, can I move that anywhere? Yes, I can do that. Take the other one, get our wand up, get everything going. Cast a few more times. So I keep playing with the beard. It's starting to get long. But long relative to my standards of how much I normally grow it up. I have like thinking beard amount. Honestly, I'll still do this even if I have no beard. Oh, no. That was a bit of a delayed reaction. I was there for like 20 seconds. Oh, wow. 50,000 gold gnome. Wow. That's a pretty hefty gnome. $120 rooms cleared in Underspire, 13 treasure rooms to open tomorrow. Nice. Oh, you saved them all for the end? That's kind of cool. I always go for them immediately. But that's technically something we could do for Underspire 1 week. I never bothered doing it like that, but yeah, you can technically open all the chests right at the end. I just open them as I see them. I said hello, Draco! Welcome, welcome. Oh, there's our glory objective. Gosh, that made my voice sound different for a second. Soda in the throat. Hey, there's our first Valhawk. Took a little while, but there he is. Enjoyed the 4-person powered stream, especially Tacit having, especially having Tacit and Genki's channels going at the same time. Yeah, we've been doing that lately. It's been a ton of fun. It's basically a Wednesday, Saturday thing for a little while. Not sure how long we'll ultimately be doing it. Because realistically, in like 4 or 5 more streams, we would have done everything there is to do in the game by that point. But, yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Honestly, I almost want to kind of try to find another game that we could do it with. Because I'm not sure any of that we could all play like that together. Because I know Genki doesn't have a Switch, so we can't do anything Nintendo-related. So it'd basically have to be a PC game. Whatever it is. Because I haven't really played too many co-op games. It's not something I do too often. That'd be fun to do it more. Which is I generally don't play any co-op games because I have no one to play them with. That's why you mentioned PlateUp? I wouldn't mind it. I'm not quite sure what it is, but I believe I know generally enough of what it is that I think I would enjoy it. Have you already convinced Genki as well? Because you mentioned Cookie earlier. I don't think you mentioned Genki. Guess I just didn't notice it. Let's see. Take that one over. Just bad that we can't see the other gameplays. Yeah, Cookie and... I don't think Cookie has a channel. And Isabel, I don't think, wants to start her channel. Oh, what about Genki? Isabel was trying to get us to do a multi-person co-op in PlateUp. Which I'm not quite sure what it is, but I believe it's like, that one cooking game, but different? I'm actually not sure. I can't even remember the name of the other one I'm thinking of. Oh, did we get our Valhawks yet? I'm not paying attention at all. We got one. I guess I could go for another buff. I want to go for a magic buff that isn't annoying. Is that too much to ask for? What's this location? No. Oh, you know what the easiest way to find one is? Let me just do these and see if any of these are not annoying. Annoying. No, oh, not annoying, but not a good bonus, not a good bonus. Not a good bonus, not a good bonus. Alright, let me check the other one. Not a good bonus. There we go. We'll take that. I have no team. Let me go make a team. Fine, we'll go get a team for this real quick. We need what? Leprechaun, Marilith or Bogstrider. I'll go Marilith route. Obviously, not Vinoxia. Obviously, Stellarix. And what are we missing? A second Leprechaun? Sure. And then our banner goes +2 red, +1 green for +3 green total. Well, also it's +3 red total too, nice. And then we go a class of, sure, have an archer. We're not even using hero class. There we go. Alright, that's the team. Should be good enough to kill them out with. Just click Leprechaun, click Marilith, click Stellarix, win. Unless you get Stellarix mana early, in which case click that. Oh no, he got revived. That's not ideal. Alright, that should be all of our Valhawks out of the way, and now we can go get our other 2 Valravens in peace in middle zone. And then we never need to touch PvP again. No, just kidding. I gotta do it again tomorrow. And the next day. And the next day. Oh no, technically, oh no. That's something to ask. Oh no, I think we kind of pulled it something similar the other week. I was gonna ask, I wonder how many people are still playing PvP daily. We kind of did a poll on it earlier. And more people weren't rather than were. Oh no, I'm still in the camp of doing it daily. Though I'm definitely a central area now. Before I was doing Bloodthirsty, now I'm just going all in on Center. It's just quicker. Makes it take a few minutes less each day. You get less VP, but it doesn't really matter. At least currently, maybe down the line it'll matter a bit more. I haven't done the code yet. Let me go do that. We'll have 2 again tonight, of course. The other one we'll be handing out while we do Vault Keys, which we should be doing pretty soon. The only other thing we have left is what, Underspire? I mean, Underworld, I mean. Underspire, I was right the first time. But let me go get you guys code number 1. And code number 2 will be out soon, TM. Alright, I'll take that one in. There we go. Eventually. Oh, we're frozen, aren't we? Though that's not really going to matter much. You know what? Let's make it matter not at all. Wow, that's so squishy. I thought the triple talk shotgun, it's like, oh no, this fight's gonna be annoying. But we actually have a lot of extra magic. I kind of underestimated how much magic that would be. And honestly, it's a pretty sizable amount. Kevin Prime for the code, everyone will have the other one a little bit. We'll end it out on the first big drop of Vault Keys. And I think I'm going to do 75-75. 75 tonight, 75 tomorrow night. Seems like a good mix. Unless I go for 100 tonight, we'll see. Depends how quickly they go. But I might just split them evenly. So we are going to use a little bit more time tomorrow night to go over all the weekly spoilers. Of which, I don't know, is there anything relevant happening next week? I actually haven't actually checked yet, to be honest. So I'm not sure if we're really getting much. We do have this spring event coming around soon, but I believe they're doing it in May. So we still have a couple weeks until that event rolls around. Actually, I think it's the last week of March, oddly enough, is when the May event starts. Which seems kind of weird, but just how it falls. I think it's the last week of April is when the May event begins. Which a little early, but it's better earlier than late. So I guess that makes sense, because if it does happen on the 29th, that is the week that May starts. Oh, it's also my mom's birthday that week. What days does that fall on? Alright, good. I was gonna say, if we're still doing Power Word by then, it won't interfere with that. Otherwise, I would have to take off for it. But no, it's a Thursday. There's our final Valhawk. We can stop doing PvP now. How many points do we have now? 4 or 5? Yeah, 5. Yeah, I could technically do another buff right now. We're not going to. But we could. Alright, let's see. Let's go head over to Underspire, as this is the only piece of content we still have to complete this week. And now it's time to go take all the dead end rooms, of which there should be a lot, given that we barely scouted any of this. Alright, well here's an obvious double, so let's go for these first. Oh, is the calendar finally out for this month? Nice. When did they post that? Wait. Hold up. Hold. April calendar! They posted this today. Nice. Oh yeah, I forgot. I can't make it bigger here. Really? There's not a way to, like... I know I can if I go copy-paste it from somewhere else. But doing here doesn't allow you to... copying page URL, I don't think does the right thing here. No, it doesn't. It just brings you here again. Alright, 1 second. Let me go, 1 second. I got this. Hold. Hold. I'm gonna go get a link for you guys. Or not a link, but a link so I can make it bigger. Where on earth is this? There it is. Aha. Okay, I think I got it. Aha, there we go. Now we can zoom in. Alright, so what do we have here? So obviously we already had this event week, so the first one doesn't do anything. Other things, let's see. Expanded factions, whatever trip that is. Vault Weekend is on the 19th, so that's around the corner. Bounty Hunter the following week. And yeah, that's why I mentioned there. The spring event starts on the 29th, or I should say the May event, which is basically the spring event for this year. Aside from that, no new pets. Pretty much a standardness. Most noteworthy things on the 29th. Oh, actually, you know what else is noteworthy? I believe we're getting blue Tower of Doom on that day. Weapon. It is the color, that's not weapon. Weapon. It is the color of yellow, not blue. It'd be yellow on that day. Yeah, the two most relevant things that we have going on here. Actually, a lot of stuff happening on the week of the 15th. But the few most relevant things are yellow polearm weapon coming in on the 15th with Tower of Doom yellow. Vault Weekend coming in on the 19th for that weekend, 19th, 20th, 21st. And then this May event starts on April 29th. Because that's the week that May starts. And then everything else is just, you know, normal standard weeks for the most part. Unless we're getting a really good troop then. I don't think we are. I gotta go double check though. I'm pretty sure we're not getting anything too fancy that weekend. I'll go check real quick. The Deep Hive. Oh, that's a pretty good kingdom overall. Is the troop actually any good? Open a new tab. Where'd it go? It went very far. Where'd it go? There it is. Alright, so this thing, Deep Horn Beetle. Well, the beetles from this kingdom weren't really that good, so this one's probably also not that good. It is 12 mana cost blue-brown. It deals magic plus 3 true damage to the first enemy. There's an independent 25% chance boosted by brown gems to gain an extra turn and half my mana back. It has impervious and armored. I just don't really see when you would use this. There's not really a use case for it. Like, why use this when you could just use Beatrix? Like, this isn't competing with Beatrix. Which, yeah, it's not winning. It's not winning that fight. Like, it's not horrible. But it's in a faction competing with Beatrix. Like, that's a pretty high bar, of which it is very low. Comparatively. Oh, nice. We actually got the skull from Sky. Alright, let's go take the dead end room. Yeah, we were busy with Power World. Yeah, I didn't even notice it until then. That's nice that they finally posted it. A little late. We're like 6 days into April. But hey, better late than never. I wonder if that means we're getting a patch this month. Because that makes it seem like we're getting a patch this month. I know they had a beta thing too recently. I didn't see when that ended. But that probably means we're getting a patch before the end of this month. Which makes sense because we normally have one late April or early May. So that was likely for the patch then. Which might explain why some of those weeks are a little bit empty. Because one of those weeks is going to be bringing with it the new patch. And this one is supposedly supposed to be pretty big. This is likely the patch that'll bring in PvP alliances. likely the new currency. Like, you know, we have 2 of those currencies, but we'll have a 3rd one for PvP. And it'll also be expanding what you can currently use silver marks and gold marks on, among probably a few other things. But it's likely mostly going to touch on alliances, whatever that feature is, some other tweaks to PvP, a new currency for PvP, which we can kind of already see in game, that one grayed out one, as well as new things to use the old currencies of silver and gold marks on. Are all the main things that it'll do. Just for the sake of it, let's see if we can get a dead end room here. Might as well. It's only 1 off.
Mana surge. Mana surge. Mana surge.
No, it's wasted. We have a down that's not worth it. We have a double that could be worth it. You know what, let's go for the double. It's probably not immediately doubled, but who knows. Maybe we can get lucky on it. There's a non-zero chance it does immediately double dead end. That does happen sometimes in first section. I don't feel like it happens as often in other sections. But where you go 1 room deep into a section, then it double dead ends. Also, I should probably restructure his team if we're doing like the really weak fights. This doesn't matter too much though. There's a bit of a lack of mana accumulation since he doesn't have a 50% mana start. Alright, well that's not ideal, but we already committed 1 room, might as well keep going. We're in too deep. Can't back down now.
Mana surge.
Yeah, I'm still curious to see what PvP will be like by the end of this year. It's both interesting and concerning. Because realistically, whatever the state of PvP is by the end of this year is realistically how it's going to be for like almost the rest of time. And if they mess it up, that could be a little problematic. Because Arena was one of those reworks that they've done in somewhat recent times that was not left in a good state by the end of it when they end up tweaking it. Like Arena events are quite literally the biggest joke of weekend events we have right now. Wait, is this a double dead end right here? No. That's first room. Alright, as weird as it may seem, I kind of want to go scout these 2. The problem is I haven't found merchant in either of these 2 sections. So this is guarantee merchant path. This is also pretty much guarantee merchant path, so it's not really worth it. I'm tempted to go take that triple, but once again, almost guarantee merchant. I don't want to take a super deep section, though. Where was that one section we found merchant in? Yeah, right here. What section is this? Okay, it's... Oh, wait, it does have a couple options. Alright, this double is fine. Because we already found the merchant. So that means at least one of these paths leads to a real dead-end room. Alliance? Yeah, Alliance is going to be some kind of new system for Gems of War. We don't exactly know how it works. But you'll likely align with some kind of alliance and then do some amount of PvP, and then like whatever alliance wins gets like some extra rewards. I don't know. Could be handled in any number of ways. We'll find out when the patch comes out, because that should be next patch. I am pretty sure next patch includes alliances. Unless it's been leaked on the forums, we don't know the full list. But it's most likely to include alliances, the 3rd PvP currency, and more things to use the current PvP currencies on. Patch could be more than that, but those are the main things we kind of already know will be in it based on what they've said already. And that patch is likely to hit before the end of this month. There's no official date. Though, based on the calendar, we kind of already know when it is. Assuming it doesn't get delayed, it'll be released on the 24th, if I had to guess a date. This is near the end of April, and it's on a dead week where nothing is happening. So, yeah, that Tuesday, I'm clicking on the wrong day. That Tuesday right there, the 23rd, pretty likely to be the patch, though not guaranteed. Because it's likely not going to be on a Vault week. It's too early to happen any of these 2 weeks. Well, this week already happened. It's definitely not happening this Tuesday, that's for sure. This is probably not going to happen as it's still slightly too early and is Vault weekend, which makes the most likely contender the 23rd of this month. Or sorry, 22nd. Whatever the Tuesday is of that week. Yeah, 23rd. That's not to say it will happen that day, but it's the most likely day to occur if it was to happen this month.
Mana surge.
I'll find out when it happens. Oh, if it happened on Vault, that would be bad, yeah. And I highly doubt they would try to do it on a week where we have the spring event, because that would likely cause issues that could break the spring event.
Mana surge. Mana surge.
Which means if they don't get it out by that Tuesday, it could be like 3 weeks later, which would be like almost mid-May by that point. Unless they do, but I'm pretty sure they wouldn't end up doing it during spring event. It's very unlikely. They'd most likely want to have it done right before. Good night, Michael. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good rest of your weekend. I just realized we still haven't opened any Vault keys yet. I need to go do that. The Vault key opening live stream where we open 0 Vault keys. That's how this works, right? Gosh, I keep underestimating how long it takes to do higher level Underspire. This isn't even the highest level range either. Especially when the team of the week is the greatest. Not that this team is bad, it's just not ideal. Based on every team combination you can ever make, this is definitely not one you would go out of your way to make unless you're in a mode like this where you absolutely have to. Alright, anything good? Nothing. Wonderful.
Mana surge.
Gosh, Caradura, when it wants to do some damage, gosh, does it do damage. I can't always do that much. Like, triple wipe a team. It's really weird trying to use him, too. The boost ratio is based on Doom Skulls on the board. You know how hard it is to get a lot of Doom Skulls on the board? It's not generally a gem that's just lingering on the board doing nothing. Because the boost ratio is based on what's currently on the board, not what's about to be on the board. Oh, we're out of torches. But tomorrow we'll go do another cycle. Clear out this one, hopefully find a few others. The suspense notes. Alright, you know what time it is. Volky time, finally. But yeah, I think we'll do the 75-75. That seems like it'll work. Do half tonight, half tomorrow night. 75 tonight, the rest tomorrow night. Seems like a good divide. 75-75. And at the first really good drop, we'll hand out code. I was gonna say, that was quick. No, it didn't give us anything. The disappointment orb.
Mana surge. Surge.
Oh, there we go. Finally, an orb that isn't horrible. Major purple. Still not one of the good ones, though. I have so many stacked up major purples right now, too. I think we can go an entire month of being the only person who upgrades the guild to 40,000 seals. And we will still have purple orbs left over. Barely, but I think we do have enough to do an entire month of being the only person who contributes to the guild and for seals across the entire guild. We're sitting on multiple hundreds of thousands. And you only need 40,000 a week to max it. Really not full mana? Yet you had enough time to cast, so much time went by. You're still missing Valhawk? Yeah. Oh, we have another Vault weekend this weekend, so... I mean, this month, I mean. As we do every month these days. So if you're ever still missing it or any tarot card like object, just gotta grind the Vault event a couple times. You'll eventually get it. We got pretty lucky. We got it within our first 300. I think it took us like 150 to 200 to get it. Though it can definitely take up to like 1,000 if you get really unlucky. On average, it should take about 500 to 600. Give or take a bit. I do wish these keys would show their drop rate, though. They're one of the few keys in the game that don't actually show their rates, because they're not considered a loot box, quote-unquote. Even though they are a key. Which is really weird, because since they're not technically considered a loot box, there's no, like, you know, distribution for it. Despite the fact that they're pretty much the only key that doesn't have a distribution. You still have like 500 keys but don't want to open. Yeah, I'm still holding all my epic ones. I don't mind spending all my normal ones these days. These Vault keys have gotten buffed so many times, I just don't really see an avenue for them to buff it even more. Epic Vault keys, yes. But normal Volkeys basically have no space left for them to keep buffing. They've buffed it so much. Even just a couple months ago, they technically buffed it. I believe they lowered Cedric's drop rate slightly in order to put more Terra card drops in. To make it easier to get all the Terra cards, as well as Valhawk and similar things. And while they did make a couple of the drop rates a little bit different, I think they mostly took it from the Cedric drop rate and some of the other useless resources. Hello, Haley! Welcome, welcome. Hope you've been having a wonderful weekend. Recurring on the Vault Key grind, which we will be for the rest of the stream. We'll be handing out a code if we could ever get a good drop. We have gone this time now without a single good drop. It's in there somewhere. We might need to lower our standard tonight for what a good drop is. There's no way we don't get one within 75, though. You'd have to have a really bad night to get nothing in 75. Catch you later, Miss Insane Witch. Have a good night. Which I'm probably going to stay up late tonight. I feel extremely not tired right now. Not like an overly energetic, but just not tired. Honestly, I got some pretty good sleep last night. It's the best sleep I've had since the 1 hour shift. By far. Like, I wasn't tired at all today. But definitely my best night's sleep since the 1 hour shift, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, whenever it was. I'm almost back to normal sleep schedule. Let's go ruin it tonight now. You're gonna be up all night playing Palworld. Honestly, one thing I want to go do on Palworld, I will actually stream it off stream for once, just so I can go do the legendary thing. I had to get the glasses on my main account. Because now I can start breeding max IVs if I wanted to. You technically could in the previous format of the game, but it was really hard to see what their IVs were. Now you just put on some glasses and it literally just tells you what they are. I didn't bother checking during the stream, but I hope it lets you check it in the boxes as well. It lets you check it in the overworld, but I'm not sure if it lets you check it in the boxes. Like, does every single thing just have, like, 3 extra numbers next to them? I sure hope so. Oh, you're being playing Pal, yeah? Oh, never mind. I thought you said Palworld. You started with Pal, so... Hello, Mr. Z. Welcome. Wait, you're too scared to do it on your main file? All you have to do is just do it at a third base. Unless you've already built up 3 bases. Luckily, I have one base that does literally nothing, which is perfect for this new raid event thing. Yeah, it is kind of weird that they made it a base-only mode. But I think they did that to give more value to some of the base defenses. Because there are some structures that you can build that only do anything if you build them at your base. So there isn't really much of a use case for them. And I think that was kind of what they were a little bit going for with it. Is to actually give value to building up like a proper structured defensive base. Yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing, and what we did on the co-op file. The easiest way to do it is just to build a third base, and you basically just make it a bunker with a bunch of safe spots, and you just kill the boss that way. Just have a few walls for cover, and just keep whacking the boss until it dies. Also, where's our good drop, by the way? We've had a couple okay ones, like the 120 gem and the 24 gem keys. But we haven't seen any of the few good ones. They're in there somewheres. Might have to start lowering our standards. If we somehow go like 20 more keys without getting one, we'll lower our standards a little bit for what a good key is tonight. Right, 25 more, unless we go a little bit more than that. But I think we'll go for 25 more. Seems like a good amount. 75 tonight, 75 tomorrow night. Come on. Disappointment. The orange orb always gets me too, because it's like somewhat golden colored. So it's like, ooh, is this the one? And then it's not the one. And by that I mean gold elite metal. Or gold glory metal, whatever you want to call it. That's hello, Rob, by the way. Welcome, welcome. Have 3 celestial trait stones next to this star. Getting the whole galaxy out there. Alright, I think we're officially lowering our standard for what a good drop is. I will take a normal pet orb and a 120 gem as a good drop. At this rate, I'll even throw in major purple orb. Let's see, what else can we lower our standard with? I'll even take a major forging, even though I don't even think I need them anymore. And a power orb, though we're definitely not going to roll power orb. You know what? We'll go even lower. I'll even take a 24 gem key. Though I will not take an event key one. Because I actually don't need event keys anymore, even though they're worth more than the gem key stack. But the gem key stack's more useful for where we are in the game. Even with these lower standards, we still haven't seen one yet. We will get one, though.
Mana surge.
Yeah, these Vault keys just aren't good tonight. Out of every time we've opened so far this week,
Mana
this is by far our worst pull. Not even close. Like, even with all those extra ones, we still haven't seen one yet. That's crazy. Because it's almost 1 in every 5 keys normally. The amount of things that we're down to now. At this rate, we'll use them all and we still won't hit it. We'll still end at the code though, regardless. Like, we can lower our standard to anything but a tarot card, and then it will hand us like a no more tarot card. Oh, I could take an extra turn blue and already won. Whoops. Luckily, them running away means nothing in this mode. You still get the loot. Yeah, this is by far our worst Vault Key night in a while. This is kind of sad. These are horrifically bad.
Mana surge. Mana surge.
I might just keep going and see how long it takes until we get even anything that's not useless. But I probably shouldn't, because we'll probably go through our whole stack. At current rates. Oh, come on. Nope, not quite.
Mana surge.
There's no way we go all the way to 75. Honestly, I'm gonna keep going.
Mana surge.
We've lowered our standard to almost anything that's even remotely good being okay for the code. And we still haven't seen it. Come on. We're literally getting the soul drop from him. One of his worst of the worst. It gives less than Soul Gnome. It's so bad. I don't know. Do we take this? It's a lesser Orb of Glory. I'm just gonna count it. We'll take what we can get. Sure, that's considered a good drop now. We have lowered our standards very far. I don't even think I need these anymore. At least not for Mythics. But I still need them for Legends. So hey, that's still an Anu medal. At absolute worst, that is an Anu medal. So we'll take it. For standards of how bad our drops are tonight, we'll take that as a good drop. And that's all 75. Wow, that is by far, I think, the worst we've ever done in 75 Vault Keys. That is pitiful. I think there might be one other time we did equally as bad. But I sure hope the rest of the Vault Keys we ever open are not that bad. That's kind of crazy. But anyways, guys, I think we'll end it there for now. We will be back tomorrow, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 hour prior to now tomorrow. Our main game plan for tomorrow night is to go over all the weekly spoilers, which we kind of already saw with the calendar that we were just going over earlier, which they finally posted the official calendar for the month, by the way. Next week's pretty normal week. The week after that's Yellow Doom Weapon and Vault Weekend. The week after that's probably Patch Week, otherwise it's a pretty normal week. And the week after that, we start the May event, which is in April, but it starts on the first week that May starts, so that's pretty much the synopsis of this overview. We have a week of nothing, a week of everything, a week of nothing, but maybe Patch, and then a week of everything, again, as Gems of War updates tend to be. There are only 2 types of events a week in Gems of War. Either nothing's going on or everything. And that's pretty much how our upcoming weeks are. Nothing this week, everything next week, nothing the following week, everything the following week. But anyways, guys, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Catch you guys later. Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for watching.